Hi YouTube, welcome to our 4th annual podcast. No.
Hey YouTube, I don't know if it's our 4th podcast, but we are doing another podcast. Woo! Woo! Joining me here today is the lovely Alex and Douglas.
Hello.
Which we have a lot of topics to talk about, YouTube. I like that I can't see my eyes on camera. This makes it a little bit easier for me.
Looks like you're, playing poker.
I am.
Let's be honest with the people. You're drunk.
I'm not as thick as you drink I am.
I get it.
The first thing we're going to talk about is that's not the right thing. Oh, sponsors. If you want to sponsor our podcast, we're still looking for sponsors. We'll put your information up here, or here, or here, like...
Or here, because everybody's looking this way, so...
We are looking for sponsors of your small business, pizza place, bar, beer, whatever. We'll put you up, we'll drink your products, we eat your food, and we'll tell everyone to go visit you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing to talk about. Sponsoring. And money. Who doesn't like money? And I think we can share with the world your name, our name, and really bring a togetherness.
Can you guys tell that Alex just got out of a success seminar?
Okay.
I love that as soon as the camera go on, you're still the same person, but you're just more actor-ish, even if we're filming a podcast.
I think I'm just,
He just
generally...
goes, oh, Othello.
Okay.
To be or not to be. So I also wanted to bring up that we don't have all the details yet, YouTube, but I just want to let you guys know, for future reference, we will be doing a Kickstarter program, and we will be hoping that you viewers be willing to give us money to do more things that you want to see.
We do have a lot of great ideas. A lot of them.
We're not sure what they are yet.
We have a lot of ideas rolling around, like, of what we're going to give you back if you give X amount of money and everything, and, like, we're not going to fuck you over entirely. I want to make sure that you guys get the content that you want to see.
Content. And a helicopter.
There is talks of that as a t-shirt. That is floating in the air right now. Just so you guys know.
I like that. Floating in the air.
I'm full of puns today. I was hanging out with Peter too much. So the first topic I want to talk about is the filmmaker's struggle, since we were talking about Kickstarter. I will bring this up because a couple of weeks ago I did do a side job and went and filmed some things, filmed a music video for somebody, and I donated about 9 hours of my time, and they didn't pay me, even though they promised to pay me. So basically, shot, edited, and gave this footage up, and then they kind of fucked me.
I feel like not a lot of people starting up get paid.
No, like that's that struggle.
I think,
like,
yeah, you're right. That is a struggle. I think, like, when people start out, there's a whole line of you doing work for free that happens before you start actually turning a profit.
and like that's what bothers me is because like we all enjoy doing this and we want to do this for you, and like I was contacted through our channel and I was like, we just want you to come and film and like show us some stuff. And, like, it was a bunch of high school kids. So it was like, yeah, like I was helping them film a project for a final, and, like, teaching them like different, like, setting up shots, and they basically just fucked me over.
You said it was for high school?
It was one kid was in high school, the other 2 kids were college, and they were doing a project for something school related. It was for their final, which is why it was a couple.
So
weeks
if
ago.
you're their professor and you're watching this, they don't deserve an A.
No,
Maybe
they
a B. B plus for effort.
I do want to point out before my Twitter explodes, even though this is a live feed, but I'm pretty sure I'll get people mentioning this. I keep covering myself when I smoke, not because I don't care if you guys see me smoking, because smoking's bad. It just, the exposure drives me crazy on camera. The exposure of the flame.
Really? Oh, okay. I see that.
Yeah.
I see that.
It just brightens the screen for a second, so. And I yelled at you guys to turn your phones on silent, and I did not, so. let me go ahead and fix that right now.
My phone died because it lasts about an hour and then dies. So, thanks for that, company that I can't say on the air.
Bright ass.
You know
screens as
who
well.
you are.
Yeah. You definitely know who you are.
And then a friend of mine told me about something, speaking of struggles, the next topic I wanted to bring up to you guys, because I find it to be fucking hysterical and awful at the same time, is there's apparently a band of people that are organized underwear thieves that specifically steal from Victoria's Secret. And
Dude, how does that work?
Like the first thing I thought of was like underwear bandits, like guys, like college frat guys, like going on a panty raid.
I think of the underwear gnomes from South Park immediately.
Yeah, but what do they?
Step
do they
one:
sell it
steal
after?
underwear.
They
Step
steal
two, process. Step
they don't
three,
just steal underwear, but I guess
step
they
four,
steal a
process.
shit ton of stuff from Victoria's Secret because it's all relatively expensive, and then they completely fuck Victoria's Secret over because like they, like the workers are get fucked over by it because like then they get bitched at about like their margins are down and everything like that, and like because these underwear bandits.
Yeah, not to mention their P&L. Jeez.
P&L.
Profits and loss. You know,
It's a business term, I should know.
Yeah. We'll learn all about that in our next podcast.
I'm pretty sure underwear thieves is like a new business term now. You need to watch out for them underwear thieves.
Those organized underwear thieves.
That's a business. That is a business.
OUT out.
Can you picture like how would you organize that? Like get a group of people like, all right, like you go to the bra section, you go to the panty section. I'm gonna go to the pink section. I'm gonna steal all the perfume. Like
there's a hierarchy.
yeah, there's a hierarchy. Like they have a chain of command, I guess. Like that is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. So speaking of struggles, jeez.
I just thought that would be a very funny topic. Like a friend of mine told me about it because she works at Victoria's Secret, and then she she was like, it's a real thing. Google it, and like there is shit tons of information about like police banter and everything. Like all these websites dedicated to like if you see Victoria's Secret thieves, because like I guess they do it specifically to Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's like the most expensive underwear you can get. So that's just crazy. Who goes around buying like used underwear though? Like,
Do they use it and then sell it? Is that?
well, I would seriously hope not, but still.
Well, maybe they sell it in Japan. Like you could buy fucking used panties in a vending machine.
Yeah, but who's going through that much effort? Like, yeah, I'm gonna ship this off to Japan. Mad profit.
Money's money, dude. Money talks.
Money talks.
You gotta spend your yin.
Speaking of money,
Yin.
we're still looking
Yin.
for producers.
Japanese
and,
currency is yen.
If you guys, yeah, we're looking for money. We're also in the struggle. Maybe we should organize.
You know, that's how we're gonna
That's
produce
what
our
this
next
has
film.
just
We're gonna
become.
steal Victoria's Secret.
This is the
underwear.
first video record of our organization as underwear thieves.
It's so terrible.
I think they just look weird. Like, okay, look at
I can
us
see
three.
this going so well if
Especially
I walk
us.
into the fucking
Us three, especially
Victoria's
this
Secret.
guy over here with his sweatband and sunglasses, and he's gonna walk into Victoria's
What
Secret.
is so great about this sweatband is it's the Chicago flag, but it's got bacon strips on top. I bought it at Bacon Fest.
Yeah, they're never gonna look at you if you walk in. It's gonna go so smoothly.
This guy over here, looking like after we steal the underwear.
Oh no! Let's not get on that topic.
Yeah, not that bad.
That's awful. I can't believe you just brought that up, Alex.
Can we edit that out?
I was hoping to do no editing for the video, but yes, I'm editing out just that one small sentence.
You'll just have me talking.
You
and
know
then
how many
no words
bombs
coming
I'm
out
gonna
of
be
my mouth.
dropping her on this beat, yo.
Fuck you, Doug! Oh, good God. I'm so glad you guys came here to hang out with me for the podcast.
Yeah.
One of the other topics I wrote down to get away from that topic
we need is that now.
is bike etiquette. I don't ride a Harley. I don't ride a motorcycle. And I do like the fact that you always see online where people post like, be aware of bikes on the road. Like you don't want like their family member getting killed by some asshole cutting them off because they're on a bike. But I feel like if you own a bike, you should also not be an asshole.
Completely true.
Because like, I don't want to run you over, but if you're weaving in and out of traffic and I'm trying to turn fucking right and you come up on me illegally, it's not my fault. If you
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
get
pretty
it.
sure if you cut me off and I'm driving a 5,000-pound truck, you're gonna die. There's nothing to it. I can't stop.
And I feel sympathy for like those bikers that are actually good dudes and asshole drivers are the ones that end up killing them. But like, people that own crotch rockets, like certain Polish people that we know that run crotch rockets, like, I've seen you driving, you know who you are, you're gonna watch this and you're gonna be like, fuck you, Tim. Like, I'm talking to you, Mr. I shouldn't say his name.
You know what that reminds me of is on the highway when you're stopped in traffic, because there's traffic on the highway.
Oh, the people
and
who
someone,
cut the lanes.
Someone goes into the shoulder, you know, and they're going to take off in front of everybody. And then, like, right before there's no more shoulder, they're going to turn in and cut, like, 20 cars.
Yeah.
I think people like that make it worse.
Especially on the highways around here, like the Chicago, like going in and out of the city is the biggest pain in the ass because people are fucking assholes and stupid. Like, I had a smart car cut me off and I drive a fucking Avalanche. Like, you're not gonna win that battle. Like, why did you think, like, your fucking car could fit in the bed of my truck?
And they really don't care either. So, like, half the fucking taxis in Chicago are all Prius now. And they drive like morons. It's like the worst thing too, because you don't hear them coming.
And they do drive like more. They do anything to get to where they need to go. I was in a taxi once. This was like a week ago, and they did everything in the city except like hover above all the other cars just to get around them. Like, I think we went up on the sidewalk.
I'm pretty sure you could probably see a taxi driver driving on the sidewalk in Chicago at some point in your life.
Yeah, that's not that shocking. I've seen some shit in the city.
But I heard New York was bad too.
I could see that, yeah.
I wonder what's worse. YouTube, if you comment, what is it that's worse, Chicago taxi or New York taxis? You let us know.
When our comments blow up, we know whose fault it is.
No, I'm actually excited to see like the war between Chicagoans and New Yorkers, of like ours driving so much worse and blah blah. I'm like, I actually want to see like who's worse, because like I have never been to New York. A friend of mine lived in New York for a while. My brother visited New York a bunch of times, like, and they both told me that driving there is awful. But I drive to the city like at least once a week, and I fucking hate going in and out of the city at 5 o'clock, because it is the worst fucking time, because you're just sitting in traffic for fucking 3 hours. And like, I only need to go like 1 mile outside of the city to go home. It takes me 3 hours.
It's rough. It's rough. But, you know, because we're Chicago based, we might get a lot of people that say New York is worse, or the opposite.
But
so
I feel like every Chicagoan that will watch this video will completely be like, fuck everywhere else, driving in the city is the worst.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you live here, that's the one thing you don't deny. Like, you never want to drive in the city. Like, you avoid it at all costs.
Like, because we just live right outside the city in the closest suburbs, like literally 3 blocks from my house is the border for Chicago. So I love when people tell me, like, you live in the suburbs. Like, dude, I can walk to Chicago from my house. I don't live in the suburbs.
I love how Alex tries to hide his drink as he pours it.
I don't know if we can show things on YouTube, like what we're drinking.
What we're allowed to show. Yeah, it's getting iffy now because we're getting more popular, so it's getting scary. Like, we did have, we got a neon light that I acquired from a bar, and I contacted them, and they told us we have to wait for their permission before we could put the neon sign up in the videos. And that's the neon sign I put behind the curtain over there.
So again, if you sponsor us and you'd like us to drink your beer, smoke your cigarettes.
No, drinking beer.
Drink beer.
I feel like at the beginning of our videos, I'm going to start shortly editing in that picture of like, do not attempt to do what we do, because we drink a lot in our videos.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of, like, I have Canon footage of, Dave was telling me that, like, me and Peter came up with the idea because we're going to be doing a show based on drinking, the the hangover effects of drinking and all that. So, like, I took stock footage of me and Peter just getting hammered, and I feel like in order to use any of that footage, like, I have to put a disclaimer, like, do not attempt to do what we do. We are professionals.
I'm pretty
we're under the
sure.
supervision of
I just want to point out right now that
the majority of your videos have to have that disclaimer.
I just want to point out right now that yes,
Do not drink.
Doug
magical
did
potions.
just pour a can of beer into.
It says clearly that it's not beer.
Okay. I want to do that too. You just
It's some
covered
other
up
beautiful golden
what
liquid.
you were doing, like which one it is. I don't know if you could tell by the can.
Luckily, my hands are big enough to where I can just cover it with.
I need 2 hands. There you go. I'm not Andre the Giant.
They
over
don't
here.
know. This could be ginger ale. In fact, it's ginger ale. Frothy, beautiful ginger ale.
So there's that. Cheers.
If you do have a local brewery and you would like us to do a tour to
That would make a really
showcase your
good video.
stuff. Yeah,
Trying out some like local craft brews.
we I don't want to give anything away, but we have been contacting breweries, and a lot of them are all iffy about being on the internet because the internet's a scary, scary place.
Yeah,
So
full of clowns and stuff.
You know what they say the internet is for?
Porn, cats, and
Batnips production.
Batnips Productions. Oh my god, dude, I love our name.
I did too. I remember when we were starting up, we were really iffy about it.
And now I just want to put it on everything.
I was just like, let's whatever
like,
the name.
Why does the milk say Batnips? It's mine. I bought it. Why didn't you just put Tim on it?
What's even better about that is like how I came up with the name is, it still is my gamer tag to some variation, but like because of a stupid idea.
You hear that? Stalk him.
It's not just Batnips. There's variation that I'm not going to say online until I get
somebody
stupid
will
drunk
find
and edit
you.
a video game video where my gamer tag's fucking all over the internet like Dave's is. Dave's gamer tag is online, and he's like, whatever, I'll get like 1 million friend requests.
Is that like what you register as for your online?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, then I just got a PS4. Can't say that, right? I don't know. I just got a video game.
Yeah,
console.
you can talk about PS4 and shit like.
Okay, well I just got one. I have no friends yet. If you want to be my friend,
He has to ask this question quite
like
a bit.
and subscribe, and then leave your information somewhere because I have no friends. on PS4.
This is something that I've brought up with Dave before, and you guys know Dave. Like, obviously Dave is at work right now, otherwise he'd be here with us. But like, once we get more people interested in our video game videos, which we do have our small following that like we love you guys and we want you guys to show more of our shit to people. But like we want to start doing live streams and Twitches so you could actually play with us while we record videos. Like that I feel like would be fun because me and Dave are really big on multiplayer games, and like I know you're really big into fucking Borderlands right now because Dominic would not stop telling me how much you would talk about Borderlands.
I'm playing Borderlands 2 right now.
Borderlands is a good ass game.
Pre-sequel
He
kind
did
of
bring this
sucked.
up like 4 times in the car.
Pre-sequel kind of sucked. I think. I don't know. I got the first quest done and I was like, this is kind of shitty.
Did you like Borderlands 1?
I just found out that pre-sequel is not Borderlands 1 and I want to get Borderlands 1. But I have a PS4 and it's not backwards compatible, so that kind of sucks.
The pre-sequel is between 1 and 2. Because
Yeah.
2 has nothing to do with 1.
Yeah.
So the pre-sequel is basically a sequel to 1, so it's a pre...
But nothing to do with 2.
It has nothing to do with 2. So that's why like it came out third, so they called it the pre-sequel, which was clever. I liked it. Like when I played the Borderlands game, it was fun.
Well, I got the Handsome collection, or the Handsome edition. I don't know whatever. But
It just gives you extra guns and extra DLC.
yeah.
Borderlands is though, like I understand where you come from, like why you're looking for friends to play with. Like it is so much more fun playing Borderlands with people.
But it's harder. That you send out like different guys to kill. Like you fight badass psychos. Like every regular psycho is a badass psycho, and they're hard enough to take down.
All by yourself.
All by yourself.
Yeah.
So I remember Danielle. You guys probably remember Danielle from other YouTube videos. She jumped in and it was 2-player. And then she was like, oh, I just want to play my Sudoku game. So she quit. But like I was on the map when she like joined in. So everything got like 10 times harder. And then I was playing and I just like died 4 times. And Hyperion was like fucking making fun of me and shit. Anyway, I finally beat the map and I went to another one and it was normal. So that's the lesson for today from this podcast is don't.
Is that
join
he
in.
needs friends to play with.
And don't join in just to quit because then you fuck me over.
I've been guilty of doing that before. Like, Destiny is one of...
Destiny is good.
Destiny, I got really addicted to playing it at a place I'm not supposed to talk about that pays me to do things.
Your job?
Yeah, like,
your job?
we got these discussions about Destiny, and then my former roommate bought Destiny, and like I played it a bunch at his house on his Xbox One, and I don't have an Xbox One, so I got it for 360. And one of my friends was like really into the idea of playing it on 360, and he bought it too. And then he started doing quests, and like he kept sending me like game requests, like play Destiny, and I kept being like, all right, dude, oh shit, I got shit to do, I can't play with you right now. So like,
Yeah.
and eventually like the one day like I was like, dude, I have like 9 hours to kill. I would love to play with you. As soon as I logged on my Xbox Live expired, so like I couldn't do shit. And like I was like, I'm not gonna fucking go and buy it fucking through the Xbox. I'll just go buy a card. And then I was like, oh, I don't get paid till tomorrow. Sorry, dude, I can't play with you till tomorrow. And then the next day, like, I haven't even uploaded Destiny onto my Xbox. Like, I still have to download it. Like, I have it. I own it. I just have to...
Destiny was really good.
I've played it a bunch. It's fucking fun. I feel like such an asshole. Like, the poor dude, like, was just like, dude, Tim, I want someone to play with. Like, I was like, yeah. And then I kept, like, yeah, I'll play with... Oh, sorry, I can't.
Well, I don't know if it's my internet connection. You know, I get Wi-Fi from a company that I don't know if I can say. Anyway, or if it's the game itself, but I keep getting, like, kicked off the... You know,
the servers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, and then I gotta start all over.
Destiny has had a lot of problems with their servers and shit, and that's another reason.
Is it just the 360 servers or the one?
Well, my PS4.
Yeah. That's the problem with the newer gen systems. I was reading a lot of, like, people getting kicked out of servers being pissy about it. Especially with the next gen systems. They're like, it's supposed to be the next gen. Why are you going through all these problems that Xbox 360 and PS3 went through 10 years ago?
Yeah.
But, like, there's still new systems still working on the bugs, which is why I never buy new systems in the first year or two. I always wait. Let them get all the bugs out.
Some systems, it just never ends. I went through, like, 6 Xbox 360s.
Before they finally got it right.
4 Red Rings of Death. 2, like, dead disk drives.
I remember when you fixed your first 360 with a penny.
Yeah. I did do that.
When it
I made penny heat sinks.
The first generation Xbox, I remember the pennies. And then you just being at school and be like, yeah, if anyone's got 360, I'll fix it for you for $40. And you just fixed it with a penny.
I gotta tell you guys right now, these two are some of the most resourceful people I've ever met. They could fix an Xbox 360 with a penny. So, if that doesn't tell you anything.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now remember the internet, when your Xbox breaks, just jam a penny in your disk drive.
That's how it works.
We're
not the electrical socket. Just disclaimer.
No.
Oh, I thought that was the trick. You lick a needle and then you stick it in the electrical socket. It fixes the power to your whole house.
It fixes something.
Don't try that, guys. I'm going to tell you right now.
Right now, I'm really thinking about putting an edit of, like, do not attempt at home.
Yeah.
Don't follow our advice. Seriously.
I always thought it was interesting of the difference between dads and moms is because, like, my dad was, like, that's where I learned all my shit of, like, fucking how to be techie and how to build shit. And, like, the way that my mom and dad taught me stuff where my mom would be like, don't touch the stove, it's hot. Where my dad would be like, fucking go touch it.
Like,
touch
no,
it,
just wait for it, he'll learn.
Yeah, like, literally, like
Honey dog, let him touch it.
Yeah, like,
okay?
I've seen so many, like, comedians talk about that, but, like, that was really a thing in my house growing up when, like, when I was learning to fix an outlet, like, I was like, Dad, which wires are hot? He's like, you'll figure it out. Like, oh, okay.
6 years old, getting 120 volt shock.
Wow.
I rebuilt my first outlet when I was 9 years old, actually.
I never learned any of that, actually, so...
I rebuilt an air conditioner when I was 12. Call me Tony Stark.
I remember, you know those, like, little porcelain houses that people put up during Christmas time? They make, like, these little jolly scenes with the little snowy houses, the lights inside them. So my dad had taken apart the switch on one of them, those little ratcheting switches, to try and fix it. And I wasn't paying attention to him when he was doing this. All I thought is, I'm 6 years old, and they look so pretty, and I want to plug it in. I go, I'll plug it in. I'm like, well, I got to turn it on. I stuck my thumb between the cord where the switch is supposed to go. I stood there for a good 5 minutes before people realized I was being electrocuted.
I've seen my dad get shocked a bunch of times, and it's hysterical to be still. We were putting a fence up for my cousin, and one of the holes we dug, we cut into a power source, and it was raining, which made it even funnier, because, like, I remember I put the post in, and I got a shock, and I was like, that was weird, it must have been static, and then I went and got the rest of the fence. My dad was just holding that post, and, like, we're like, are you alright? He was like, it's shocking me, and I can't move my hand. Someone needs to pry me away from this.
Just tackle me. We got this.
But his response, like, he was just sitting there holding it, and he was, like, shaking. He was like, did you get shocked too? He's like, I'm still getting shocked. Like, why don't you let go? He's like, I can't. My arm is just gone now. I can't let go of it.
I was never electrocuted.
Oh, you don't know what
so
it's like.
the next video is going to be electrocuting.
Dude, I've been tased before.
I personally tased myself like 5 times out of boredom.
I went through this.
Doug's into some weird shit.
Oh yeah.
I went through this program where we were allowed to carry tasers and mace in like this police fashion, but the only way you were allowed to do that is you had to get certified, and to get certified, you have to get tasered.
Right.
And you have to get maced.
Yeah.
Which is
normal.
which it doesn't sound like that bad, but like I got tased with a taser, which isn't bad, and then it's bad, but it's not that bad. I got shot with a stun gun.
A police grade taser. It sucks, but it's not the end of the world. It's
I got
like
shot with a fucking
guard.
stun gun, and that was like I thought I was gonna die. Like you always see like where the newscasters do it, and it's on low grade, and people are holding them, and they all get a little shock from it, and they're like, oh, that wasn't that bad, like.
It's going through
no one
people.
was no one was holding me, and they were just like, all right, you're gonna feel a sting in your chest because we're gonna shoot you in the chest with it. Like, oh, cool, and it felt like a bee sting because it's like little metal fucking spears going into my chest. I was like, okay, that wasn't that bad. I guess that was the pain. Ah! And then I dropped to the ground. I thought I shit myself. Like I couldn't move for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that happens. Does that happen?
It does happen.
Yeah, that happens.
People do shit themselves. I did not. But like, if they kept fucking jolting me with it, I probably would have shit myself.
Yeah, because it's all like muscle failure, right?
Yeah.
The last time I voluntarily got tased, we were goofing around at a car meet, and somebody brought one of those real long baton tasers like you use on cows.
A kettle prod.
Yeah, a kettle prod. And I'm like, it'll be funny. We're just lighting it off and everything. I'm like, forget it. Everybody else is going to tase themselves. I'll go for it. I got tased like 4 times in a row. Every time I got tased, like whatever spot of the body it hits just locks up. You can't move.
I got maced before for the same type of class.
I don't think I'd want to be maced.
It was awful, dude. Like, I actually would prefer to be shot with a stun gun than being maced. As much as the stun gun sucked and the taser sucked.
I
like,
can completely agree with that.
When I got maced, like, the dude was just like, all right, like, open your eyes. Now close them. Ready? Open your eyes. Like, all right. Like, and then there's nothing you could do. They're like, just stand there for 30 seconds. You have to acknowledge how much it's burning. And this is what it's doing to your body. And, like, all your sinuses are erupting. Like, my nose is just running. And like I was just like sitting there like shaking. Like,
this is what it's like to shove a ghost pepper up your nose.
Yeah, like it's not just like they just don't like line you up like all right hold still. No, like they explain to you what is happening in your body and why. The reason they do that is that you won't abuse the power of your mace.
Yeah.
Which is completely understandable, but like when you're a 17-year-old kid going through this class and is like, oh, I'm a fucking tough guy. I can go through anything.
Yeah, I was trained in pepper spray, which isn't exactly mace,
Pepper
but it's
spray
similar.
doesn't burn as bad.
And
it still sucks.
It does suck, but I didn't get sprayed because of the location I worked at. You don't use it as often, so I worked in a nice neighborhood.
I was in a police program at the time. I was actually in 2 police programs at the time. So they were like, oh, you need to learn how to use mace. Like, fuck yeah, I can do mace people. And then I got mace. Like, I will never mace anybody unless they deserve it. And I never got to mace anybody while I was in that program.
See, I think I'd be...
I did stun gun one of the other cadets, but that was because we were fucking around. And it was in classroom, and I had to sit in the push-up position for 6 hours after that.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about being young.
I like how we can digress so
easily.
Like, what's this topic about? Like,
I feel like we're
motorcycle
horrible people.
Yeah, we were talking about motorcycle etiquette. That's why I love podcasts, though, because like you just go on tangents and it's fucking hilarious. One thing, like what you brought up about how the state versus state, New York versus Chicago on traffic. Something that I've been watching more is, I don't know if you're aware, but there's a lot more TV shows based in Chicago right now than there has been in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And I noticed in...
So props to Chicago.
Woo. But I noticed in most of those TV shows, they talk about Indiana like it's New Jersey. Like how when
Indiana is like New Jersey.
Like that's what like blew my mind.
Like if you've ever watched How I Met Your Mother, the big deal they make
it's
every
New Jersey.
Time somebody's like, I'm from New York. No, you're from Jersey. You're not really from New York.
Like even
that's
even,
like people from Indiana. It's like I'm from Chicago.
No, you're not.
East Chicago is Indiana. You're not from Chicago.
And I don't have a problem with Indiana. Like even the New Jersey thing goes all the way back to Seinfeld. And like she's from Jersey. I can't talk to her. And that was fucking, that show was on 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then my mom is addicted to Mike and Molly, and there's a couple other shows I was watching. I can't think of their names right now, but it's like a running joke. And like, don't go to Indiana. Those people are. It's like, what the fuck? Like, when did Indiana? Like, I understand there's parts of Indiana that not a lot of people like to go to, but
I don't.
Indiana's
really
nice.
Like Indiana.
I'm not gonna lie. I've met some cute girls in Indiana.
Like, I have friends that live in it, like Indiana.
Okay,
like,
Doug.
I'm just saying.
All right, Doug.
Like my aunt, 2 of my aunts have 2 cottages in Indiana. I love going there in the summertime because like you could fish and drink all day, and it's like not country, but like it's far enough away from Chicago that like I don't have to deal with fucking people. Because like even though I'm a very social guy, and if any fans come up to me, I'll be really nice to you. But like I fucking hate people. I don't like human beings. I want to throw that out there right now. I want to go on a whole tangent about this. Like I went to a bar that wasn't my normal watering hole. Because everybody knows that I have one specific bar I go to all the fucking time because it's 3 blocks away and I've been going there forever. I went to a similar bar that is only roughly a mile away called The Tin. I'll shorten it by The Tin.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah, and like there was a bunch of freshly new 20-year-old kids there, which is cool. Like they're supporting their local watering hole. They're from Burbank. That's awesome.
21-year-old kids.
But they were playing fucking dubstep music. Yeah. And me, I was sitting there for probably a half hour before I just turned to this cranky old man like, this isn't music! Like,
that's the moment you realize that you become an old man.
I'm only 26. I'm young. I'm slightly out of shape, but I'm young. And like,
this isn't real music. Back in my day.
I was literally like, I can't take, like, I left the bar because of the music, and I was like telling the bartender, like I was like, I played a bunch of music. Can you skip their songs? Like, no, they've been here all day. Like, they're regulars. Like, all right, that's cool. I understand. But like,
was that Sam?
Yeah. She's like, I'm really sorry, but there's nothing I could do. And then she'd sit there and dance to it. And I was like, obviously you like this music. Now I feel like the asshole for being like, I need to listen to like fucking Led Zeppelin. I need to fucking Foo Fighters. Anything. I can't just like.
Please God, put on alternative.
Like if I wanted to go to a fucking club, I'd go to a fucking club and listen to that fucking god awful music. But I was at a fucking bar, with the vicinity was smaller than this fucking garage. Like that should not be a thing.
So I realized that the age, he's 26, I'm 24. I don't mind dubstep. I actually kind of like it. So that's the difference there, 26 to 24.
I don't mind dubstep. I don't mind it for fucking an hour straight. Like if you're like, hey dude, check out this song. Like I do. Bass. Like I listen to Diesel Boy and like I like fucking drum and bass music. I even make my own drum and bass music, but like that music for like fucking an hour straight, like it was the same song like over and over again.
I feel like any music an hour straight is gonna overkill.
But I personally feel like dubstep, EDM, stuff like that, it has its place, and it's not your local bar.
It's not your little Southside Irish pub.
No, exactly. You said it right there. Southside Irish pub. It's an Irish pub. It is not a club downtown.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit in.
I was in Milwaukee, like last week or whatever, and there was a sign on the jukebox that said, if you play music that's like, well, basically it said, if you play music that doesn't fit the theme of this bar, we'll skip it or something. We'll turn it up. Okay, so we're 16 seconds over. Actually, we're like an hour and 16 seconds over. We love you, YouTube. Thank you for
watching, everybody. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Right.
Share, like, subscribe.
Give us a hug. Come on, bring it in.
Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
Please, like, share with your friends. You know, we're doing this for you. So.
We're doing this because we like to keep you entertained, and we are passionate about filming ourselves being entertaining.
And it gives us an excuse to drink in front of the camera. So.
Do not attempt anything we do at home.
Please. And Kuya.
I love how Alex got